Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Nidhi Taneja. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 1st of November. Imran Khan backs down from threat to shut down Islamabad. Seven Indian civilians killed in ceasefire violation by Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir province. And siblings across India celebrate Bhai Dooj, marking end of Festival of Lights. And now for all the details. As Pakistani troops continue to open fire at Indian border villages and security posts, 7 civilians were killed in multiple ceasefire violations on Tuesday. This is the highest number in terms of casualties in a single day in ceasefire violation.
Pakistani forces continue to target Indian posts and villages along the international border and the line of control in northern Jammu and Kashmir province. Multiple ceasefire violations were reported from Jammu, Rajouri and Samba districts.
Since 5:30 in the morning, they are carrying out unprovoked ceasefire violation in Nowshera sector, and presently it is intermittently being carried out by them. And they have used 120 mm mortars, that is heavy mortars, targeting our forward posts.
Authorities in the province have already evacuated hundreds of people from border villages due to the unabated firing and mortar shelling by Pakistani troops. India shares 143 miles of international border and 460 miles of line of control with Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir. There have been more than 60 ceasefire violations by Pakistani troops along the line of control and the international border since September 29, when Indian Army conducted surgical strikes on terror launch pads. At least 15 people have been killed and over 40 were injured in the incidents. Moreover, Pakistani terrorists were caught on camera trying to infiltrate into India from across the line of control and then returning to Pakistan. The infiltration bid was foiled by Indian Border Security Force in Hiranagar sector of Kathua district in the province over the weekend.
Moving on to news from Pakistan. The Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or PTI party chief Imran Khan on Tuesday backed down from his threat to shut down capital Islamabad on November 2nd. Instead, he has vowed to hold a celebratory rally about a Supreme Court's decision to pursue corruption case linked to Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Earlier, Khan had announced to shut down Islamabad on November 2nd in a show of force against the federal government on charges of corruption.
In order to unseat Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif on alleged corruption charges, Khan said leaked law firm documents showed
at least 10 people were killed and over 50 others injured during a series of explosions at the Gadani shipbreaking yard in Pakistan's southwestern Balochistan province on Tuesday. The whereabouts of at least 30 other workers remain unknown while rescue operations are on. The fire erupted in a dismantled ship in the yard. The explosions reportedly occurred in the oil tanker due to gas wielding work. On account of lack of precautionary measures, accidents are reported regularly at Gadani, where laborers often work in poor conditions without basic protective gear.
उधर टैंक में काम कर रहे थे यार, उधर बात थलू आग लगी थी, एकदम ऊपर तक पहुंच गई. बस कोई आदमी कोई किधर से दे रहा है, कोई किधर दे रहा है, कोई छाल मार रहा है, कोई जो मर्जी.
Meanwhile, continued indifference of Pakistan government towards the plight of people in Pakistan-administered Kashmir has led to protests by Kashmiri activists across the globe. Recently, a demonstration was staged outside Pakistan High Commission in London.
To show solidarity and highlight the plight of the people in Pakistan-administered Kashmir, Kashmiri leaders and activists staged a demonstration outside the Pakistan High Commission in London. They accused the federal government of Pakistan for not catering to the needs of the locals and denying them basic amenities.
So you have plenty of issues in Pakistan, in Balochistan, in Swat, KPK, in many other parts of country, Karachi. Why don't you pay attention on those areas? And if you're so concerned about the well-wishes of the welfare of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, why not give fundamental rights to people of Gilgit-Baltistan or Pakistani occupied Kashmir?
They alleged that until Pakistani forces were removed from the illegally occupied region, it will not develop economically and will not have a future.
We are occupied. We are occupied territory, and we are denied our fundamental rights. And if we speak now, especially now with the CPAC and the National Action Plan, they can take anyone away. They say anyone who criticizes CPAC, that person, there could be issues with the sedition. People are issued sedition charges. Many people who are locked up are taken away and they are disappeared from earth just because they have raised their voice against CPAC.
Pakistan, which has been ruling the strategically located region with an iron grip, has failed to improve the standard of the living of the people.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan. In a direct assault on Afghan civilians, a suicide bomber on Monday detonated his explosives in a gathering of tribal elders in eastern Nangarhar province, killing at least 4, a report.
At least 4 people were killed and several others injured in a suicide bomber attack at a meeting of tribal elders in Afghanistan's eastern Nangarhar province on Monday. Afghan officials blamed the Islamic State militants for the attack in Pachar Agam district of the province. Atullah Khogiani, spokesperson for the governor of Nangarhar, the main stronghold of Islamic State in Afghanistan, said the meeting of the elders had been called to settle a dispute when the bomber struck. Malik Gyas, an elder who was wounded in the attack, said the bomber first opened fire and then detonated his explosives.
یو اتنخ په زخمین وی او پنځم شهیدان ورکړي دي کمی سپینګری کمی مشران و او ما پوری زما لګنیاز نامې کوم د مساخل وسته تم زخمی شوی زخپلم زخمیم په سر په تندی لګیدل.
Councils of tribal elders are a fundamental means of managing affairs in many parts of Afghanistan where government control is weak, but they have been targeted by Islamic State as it seeks to establish its own authority in eastern Afghanistan. Pachar Agam district is among the relatively volatile areas in eastern Nangarhar province where ISIS loyalists have increased insurgency during the recent weeks.
The northern province of Punjab in India on Tuesday witnessed a mega rally to celebrate 50 years of its formation. Union Minister Arun Jaitley graced the event that was organized in Amritsar city to mark the day. The Golden Jubilee celebration was a colourful event that celebrated the uniqueness of Punjab. Several renowned personalities of the province were honoured during the day.
Bharatiya Janata Party de Sade Rashtriya Sadar Shriman Amit Shah ji.
The diversity in India is unique and it represents endless varieties of physical features and cultural patterns. And as a land of many festivals, people cherish unique traditions involved with different festivals.
Devotees in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province congregated at Dhami village to celebrate the unique stone pelting festival to appease Hindu goddess of power, Kali. The age-old tradition of throwing stones at each other is organized during the festival of lights, Diwali. The historic ritual of stone pelting involves devotees hitting each other with stones until they bleed. The blood is then offered to Hindu goddess Kali. The festival symbolizes victory of good over evil.
इसकी एक मान्यता है कि पहले ये जो क्या बोलते नरबली होती थी यहाँ पे, और जब नरबली होती थी तो यहाँ पे जो एक रानी थी उसने यहाँ पे जब सती होने से पहले उन्होंने ऐसे किया कि कुछ खुंद बनाए, जिसमें से एक कटेडू थे, राज परिवार थे, तुनसू थे, दगोई थे और दूसरी तरफ जमोगी थे। तो उन्होंने ये प्रथा बंद करते हुए, जो इसकी प्रथा थी तो बंद करते हुए इन्होंने आपस में एक खुंदों को एक खेल बनाया गया जिसे पत्थर का खेल कहते हैं, और जो आज भी अच्छी तरह से मनाया जाता है।
Devotees from different tribes participate in a procession, beating drums and playing flutes. They form teams and pelt stones at each other.
So I'm fascinated. I admit I don't understand entirely this celebration, but I've enjoyed the camaraderie, the competitiveness, and the religious significance of what it means.
According to Hindu mythology, goddess Kali is the first of 10 incarnations of goddess Durga.
The last day of the Festival of Lights, Diwali, was marked by brothers and sisters across India as Bhai Dooj. It is celebrated with much fervour across the country.
Hindus across India on Tuesday celebrated the Sibling festival Bhai Dooj, which celebrates the significance of the relation between brothers and sisters. Bhai Dooj marks the end of Diwali, the festival of lights. On this day, sisters perform the traditional ritual of applying vermilion or the tilak and tie the holy thread on the wrists of their brothers, praying for their long and happy life. They also exchange gifts.
आज दीपावली के दूसरे दिन भैया दूज होता है और सुबह ही से अपना जो बहन है हमारी तैयार होकर और हम तैयार होकर के बैठे हैं और टीका लगा रही है, मिठाई खिला रही है.
There are a lot of legends and mythological stories associated that demarcate the importance of this day. It is believed that on this day, Yamraj, the Lord of Death, visited his sister Yami, and she performed the auspicious ritual praying for Yamraj's well-being. It is also believed that Lord Krishna, after killing Naraksura, paid a visit to his sister Subhadra, and she celebrated her brother's safety by welcoming him with sweets and applying the sacred tika on his forehead.
A film crew successfully completed their shoot for an upcoming film in Kashmir Valley of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. It was shot in various locations without any hindrance.
Despite unrest in Kashmir Valley, a film crew from southern India completed the shoot of their film Rose Garden. The film was shot at different locations over a period of 1.5 months, including Dal Lake, Pahalgam, Gulmarg, Sonmarg and Srinagar city of the northern Jammu and Kashmir province. It is based on a love story between a journalist and a Muslim girl. The film crew, including the actors and the director, praised the locals and government officials for their hospitality.
हम सेफली यहाँ किया था शूटिंग, सक्सेस किया था. वो लोग कोई लोग आने के डरते हैं, जो हिम्मत से आके करे तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. यहाँ गवर्नमेंट अच्छा सपोर्ट कर रहा है, अच्छा सिक्योरिटी दे रहे हैं. हमने किया है, वो कर सकते हैं.
Normal life in India's Kashmir continues to be derailed for more than 100 days amid a separatist shutdown call against the killing of a field commander of separatist militant group Hizbul Mujahideen, Burhan Wani, by security forces on July 8. The separatists, who accused the Indian security forces of using excessive force, have repeatedly extended their shutdown call. The current shutdown program was scheduled till November 3rd.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Imran Khan backs down from threat to shut down Islamabad. Seven Indian civilians killed in ceasefire violation by Pakistan in Jammu and Kashmir province. And siblings across India celebrate Bhai Dooj, marking end of Festival of Lights. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.